Alrighty, so on today's session, we have it's gonna be more of a mellow, relaxed session, kinda for the most part. Um, didn't really think about doing anything too hardcore with like combat or anything. I do have a plan for that later, but honestly, it's been kind of chaotic, so I thought something a little more relaxed, kind of going into it, like last session. So basically, the party is currently still a little bit split. Currently, the main group of people of Narza, Torden, Maggot, and Zane, they're just getting out of the jail cells, and you guys could kind of head to the ship. You guys could try to find an inn or a hotel. You currently don't know where McKeem is. You just
He'll
know
he'll
that.
find his way around.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to try to like get a hotel, or do you want to try to like work on your guys' privateering license? Currently, you guys have a little bit of free time right now. You don't really have anything like forced on you guys yet. You do know though that you are going to probably have to end up talking with the military at some point, since you guys were talking about the privateer's license. Do you want to like jump
Yeah,
straight into that, or do you want to try to like explore town a bit or something? It's up to you.
let's explore the town a bit, see what we can find.
All right.
Anyone else?
Sure, let's do it.
What?
All right.
It got cut. What did you say? Is that it
Yeah,
got cut?
let's go check out the town.
All right. So McKeem, you're not there though. You're just kind of still in your cell area. You're in
Okay,
military
all right,
shit.
all right.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay,
letting you
yeah,
know
that's cool.
that for now. So
Okay.
basically, you guys kind of start wandering the town. Do you have any specific like locations you're looking for, or are you just kind of more just going on a humble walk?
Let's not get into trouble. We just got out of, you know.
All right. So as you guys are just kind of walking through the town, you guys were just at the kind of normal, kind of booking prison area. Your typical day over cell. So you're in kind of like more of the middle central area of the island. You're walking around and you see your typical shops, your fruit vendors, your street merchants. You see some shops of weapons and armors, very typical things in a island like this. You see a relatively diverse population of species of and races of people. So, it's a relatively bustling society compared to some of the other islands you've previously been on, which were a little more closed off and further away from like the central parts of the main world. You guys come across some fruit vendors selling oranges to the children, and then you guys kind of
Sweet.
come across like the typical tavern. Would you like to go into the tavern?
I'll get one orange first then.
The lady selling the oranges smiles and hands you a second orange.
A second one.
Yeah, she thinks you're a child.
All right.
In
You
a
want
good
one?
way.
Free orange.
Yeah,
Narza?
for
Hmm? What's up?
You want one? Well, I got two.
Uh, Sure, okay, I'll take one. Do I? Guess I have to pay for it though.
She just gives you the orange.
Thank you.
Zane just looks up with his beady eyes, and she just gives him the oranges. So, as you guys kind of head to the tavern to kind of get some information and get a place to rest, it's a moderate scale tavern. It's definitely bigger than some of the taverns you've been going to recently, but it's still a nice tavern. Okay,
Yeah, it's
why is that up?
it's pretty nice.
Nice. So as you guys enter the tavern, it's very loud just from the sheer scale of people in this tavern. Most taverns would have like about 20 or 30 people in most of the towns you've been to because they're smaller scale towns. Think the Audra chains. A lot of people, but I mean, drinking at home's very popular there. And the Lost Key. I mean, I guess the Mogdaram would have a slightly bigger tavern because they're dwarves typically, so they're heavy drinkers. But I mean, this is a commerce slash military city, so you know, very right next to Tortuga, so very very popular island to hit before going into the second ring. So, as you guys enter the tavern, um, you just see a large orcish man manning the bar, and he says, "Beer for anyone?" Sorry, that's a dwarven voice. I'm trying to think of. Why do I always make everyone a dwarf?
How about or how about a sort of half orc bartender?
I'm trying to think of an orc voice. Give me a second. Where's my phone? I need to
Get,
I need to, I
I
need to
think it's supposed to be more. I mean, there might be a bit of a Cockney voice in there. Like, hi there, Gov.
I'm literally
Welcome to
googling orc
the more.
voice and everything is like voice acting. Hold on.
Hi there, Gov. Welcome to my establishment. What can I get you?
That sounds pretty accurate.
I don't. I'm making everything a dwarf. I don't know. Screw it. He's no longer. He's no longer an orc. He's a Scottish dwarf. Welcome to me tavern. Might I get you a pint of ale? I can't do an orc voice. I'm changing him to a dwarf. He's a Scottish dwarf named Scotty.
Now everyone's dwarf.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not very serious this session. I don't have anything serious planned. So you see the Scotty, the Scottish dwarf, say, "Would you like a pint? Might I get you a
Sounds
pint?"
great. Yeah, sure. I could go for a drink.
All right, that'll be a single silver. As he starts filling up a normal person's pint of ale.
Oh, all
I
right.
put one silver coin too and ask for one, the same as Narza.
Alright. Alrighty, boy. And he starts pouring another ale. He slides it to Mr. Zane.
Give him 1 gold. 1 gold.
Thank you for the tip. Pays like 10x for a tip. Truly a Chad. So, as you guys are kind of grabbing your drinks in the tavern, you notice a couple soldiers kind of having some ale in the corner.
I gave him my 1 gold, by the way.
Yeah. He just starts like passing you more and more drinks.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So you notice a couple soldiers in the corner of the tavern. They're kind of talking about base and some trials and stuff.
Wonder if they're talking about us.
You guys kind of start eavesdropping in a bit, and you hear that they mention some MP business going on, and how the courts right now are in havoc due to what they call the maggot treatment.
Huh, it is us.
Yeah, they start talking more about how it's kind of wild that Southface had some conspirators get into the Northside's court system, and all the guards are kind of on edge right now. They're not very quiet with their discussions. I mean, they're drunk at a bar. Do y'all want to go talk to them, or do you just want to kind of just stand there drinking and just kind of try to have
Can't
fun?
exactly do anything right now. I'm
Yeah.
just waiting.
I have a question.
Yes,
Just waiting.
yes, Mr. Maggot.
Do I still have the suit on?
You do in fact have the suit on.
I
Nice.
stand there next to the door, like away from it, so people can still get in and out. Just menacingly, like with my arms like or my hands kind of like tucked into themselves, just looking at these people, waiting for them to notice me. Until then, I'm just gonna stand there.
Bro is sitting in his power
Yes.
pose, asserting dominance.
Because there's no way they haven't seen the absolute destroying play I made against their court system. So I'm just waiting.
You start noticing a couple
Standing there
menacingly.
menacingly.
You see the guards start getting a little bit scared. You can see them sweating a little bit as you're
I
like.
can roll for intimidation.
Do you want to just randomly intimidate these people when you're doing nothing?
Yes,
All right, roll for intimidation.
I understand what I must do.
Alright.
Give me a sec. Alright, acrobatics, arcana, deception, intimidation.
Yeah.
Alright. I rolled a 13.
All right. As you're just kind of standing there, do you have a glass of something in your hand, like some scotch or like some water or something?
I would assume after that sort of court case, I would want a drink, so probably scotch.
All right. So you have some scotch on the rocks for your size. So it's like a mug, but it's like a scotch glass. And the guards, or excuse me, soldiers keep kind of looking over, and they kind of start murmuring like, "Isn't that the guy? He's kind of a lot bigger than I thought he'd be." And then you see kind of one of the younger guys kind of sweating bullets a little bit. He's like, "He looks kind of scary, but like kind of cool. Look at that drip." And they kind of start like looking at your suit, very very clean cut. They like your J's, you know. Very very professional aesthetic, as you're in, a giant freaking suit of armor. But you still have the suit on over the armor. But one of the guards kind of gets a little bit of courage and kind of stands up and walks over to you, and he goes, "Hi, you're Mr. Maggot, right?"
Potentially.
Well, I just want to say, as a young private in the great Northside military force, knowing that there is someone who could be on the civil side and get rid of some of those South Face conspirating assholes brought a smile to my face. And I just wanted to thank you, Mr. Maggot. Thank you for cleaning up our courts.
Oh my god. There's so many things I could do here.
Look at his little beady eyes.
I look at him top to bottom. I kind of flare my suit a little bit, and I say it's only natural as I drink my scotch, and I look at my other party members.
The soldier's just looking in glee.
Jesus Christ! All right.
You've
Well,
become a minor celebrity because you freaking wrecked the entire court system. And Northside hates Southface, so
Bruh.
anything regarding fucking over the South just makes everyone fucking happy here who's any bit patriotic.
okay, cool.
So yeah,
Nice.
your name is starting to go around the town as the man in the man in the suit. Pun intended.
All right.
I will say though, the private says, Mr. Maggot, I'm sorry to disturb you, but I heard that you were with a man who got kind of court-martialed and kind of dragged into our base. It's been a whole thing on base. Like, he seems really important for just being a captain.
Mmm. And what's that man's name?
It's something about a McKeem.
Yeah, we haven't
Oh,
seen him in a while, have we?
this is a problem. I kind of I kind of like motion him over to the rest of my party to have him talk with him because I'm not trying to get like touch him and cause issues to that guy.
Yeah.
So I kind of have him talk to my party because I'm way too wasted to deal with that.
His beady eyes kind of go over to the party, and he's like, "Wow, you guys are the guys he got off in the court case." He
That's
kind of
us.
looks up at Narza.
I'm a little bit buzzed, by the way.
Yeah. He's like, so what did you want me to talk about?
Tell them what you told me.
Well, I mean, I heard you guys had a friend, McKeem. It was a really confusing thing. You know, he just kind of got yanked. He got grabbed. He something about treason, and right now he's just in our base getting court-martialed by a couple of the colonels right now. They're kind of not they're not too pleased with what ever happened. I don't know any of the details, but you know, you guys seem like cool guys. I mean, you know, you're friends with Mr. Maggot in the suit. Hey, thanks for the follow, Irwan. How you doing?
Hmm.
Pretty good, pretty good.
I
So,
wonder if we should do something to get him out. I mean, can't exactly let him get court-martialed, can we?
well, court martial is just more like getting like thrown in military prison, from my understanding.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He shouldn't really be in jail. He should be out here with us.
Yeah. So,
I have a question, Raven.
and I might have an answer.
In
Oh,
my drunken anger. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Sorry, give me 2 minutes. I gotta grab my food real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Take your time.
Yeah. This is gonna be really funny, probably. If not, it's gonna go horribly wrong. So how have you guys been?
You've been doing good.
I'm good.
Noise.
All
Happy to
right.
hear
How have you been?
Shit, man. I'm chilling. My court case that I was supposed to go to actually didn't happen, so that's cool.
I played some different
I'm
games.
happy that that didn't go through.
So you went and then they were like, "Oh, we don't have anything for you,"
No.
type stuff.
No. My brother was the one who actually got in trouble, but they put down my name because they just looked under my last name because they already knew my last name, and they assumed incorrectly. So
Okay.
they reviewed it and was like, "Oh wait, yeah, that's not the right person. Let's just drop it."
Okay, I'm back.
So that's good.
We play some other games sometimes. Typically though, Sunday's just D&D.
Welcome
But
back.
I play different things. What is
All right,
playing on my
Raven.
phone?
I have a
Oh,
question.
yeah, I'm trying to open Twitch on my phone so that I can like respond to chat because
It's all the things. He's about to get a haptic feedback suit and about to like respond to all types of like
What are you, bro? You are cutting out so hard.
shady dealings with haptic feedback.
He's cutting.
It's gonna be awesome.
Hakeem, you're completely cutting out, bro.
Be sure
Yeah, you're kind of
you
cutting out for a
go
bit.
and check
Raven, text him. I don't think he hears us.
I'm
him
just muting him right
out.
now. I'm trying to mute him. Give me a sec. I'm muting him so it stops hurting our ears, and I'm trying to move him in and out.
Okay.
I'm trying to message him. You are freezing. I'm also lagging trying to do this right now.
You're good.
Oh, he's self-muted.
Now, I muted him because it was hurting my ears. I'm streaming on Twitch. Sometimes. It's being weird.
Anyway, Loki, you were going to do something about a
Oh, yeah.
drunken rage, or
Oh no, it wasn't a drunken rage. I was gonna ask Raven if I could like finish off like down my drink, say I'm a local celebrity, and just literally run through a wall like the Kool-Aid Man and just run away.
You'd have to pay for the
yeah.
damages of the bar, but I'd let you pull the
Okay,
Bojack.
my question is do we have to worry about money in this campaign?
Not typically. You guys definitely have plenty of money to cover it.
Okay. Then yeah, can I do my
Give me
drunken
money.
shenanigans?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you make some funny
Do you want me?
noises.
Okay. Do you want me to do a roll? Or no?
Make a roll to see like how well you run yourself through the wall.
Okay. It'd be so funny if I fail this roll and just slam against the wall and fall onto the ground. Want me to do an acrobatics or what?
Probably do an athletics, because athletics would be like running into the wall. Acrobatics is running over the wall.
I got an 11.
Alright, so you're gonna kinda run you're gonna look at the door, you're gonna look at the window, and you're gonna look at the kind of wooden weakened part of right next to the door. And how would you do any like hand things where you kind of like put your hand up in the air and just kind of run through the wall, or like how are you thinking?
It's gonna be one of those cartoon moments where they're like, it's literally the perfect cutout shape of that character running through that wall. Do you know what I'm talking about or no?
Yeah, like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, yeah.
So all the people are kind of looking at you as you're, the largest man in the room right now. I'm just gonna say Torden's probably just like chilling on the boat doing something right now. This is a good soda. So you kind of look at the wall, and people look at you. You down the rest of your very tall glass of scotch, and you just go, "Whoa!" and just run through the wall like a complete menace. Now, normally people would be scared, but since you are partially a celebrity, you get celebrity privileges where people don't care and everyone's just like cheering as you run through it like the freaking Kool-Aid Man. And would you like to break a beer bottle over your head or nah?
No, but can I cause some? No, never mind. I was gonna say, would like a part of me, it's because breaking through the wall would catch on some of my clothes, would like a little part of my clothes that are like infested be stuck there. Oh shit, it's fine though. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, actually, maybe I should break a beer bottle. Yeah, I'm gonna break a beer bottle over my head. What do I have to roll for that? Strength?
Nah, it's just a beer bottle. You're strong enough to crash a beer bottle over your skull of armor.
Okay.
So, you just crack this massive beer bottle over your head. You're chilling. You're the life of the party. Tavern keeps a little annoyed, but not too annoyed. He just slips the bill to Narza and just says, "Please have him pay it. Please have him pay it."
We, we could part with some gold from our step, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a crew expense. It's a crew's night out. You're getting information to get a hold of McKee. Y'all are working on your influence and reputation points with the faction.
Um, how much? How much is the bill?
Well, we've been needing to
Have you
renovate
told
that
your family
spot.
how?
Probably only like, hold on, let me run the math. Probably only 50 silvers. I mean, 50 gold. And just for reference, every gold coin is about $100. So,
Um,
you guys easily pay it off.
You got our sugar
yeah,
daddy.
we can. Uh, well, we can pay. We'll take some gold out of the crew expenses. If that's okay.
All right, as long as I'm getting paid. You guys seem to be the life of the party, though, so that makes me very happy. Brings a lot of customers that normally don't come.
Thanks, I guess. I'm not really used to being as kind of a celebrity.
Well, when a man in a massive suit of armor and a very clean suit and proper attire, it's very, very interesting for the party. People like a man in a good suit.
Paying him with the 50 gold that's needed, we decide to head out and go save Akeem.
Give me a second. Oh, hold on. Alright, so, sorry about that. The viewer was asking about something, so I was just responding in chat. So, as the night kind of starts to die down, the party gets the information and gets a nice room and board in the tavern to then get ready to follow. What would you guys like the beady-eyed boy who's the soldier to be? What kind of name do you think y'all would want for him?
Steve.
Steve. All right. So Steven, his name that was given to him by his mother, but he's not really a Steven because he's not cool enough to be a Steven. He's just a Steve. So Steve just kind of looks up all beady and says, "All right, well, I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna go retire into the barracks. It's our curfew. I'll come back tomorrow though and take you to the military base. You need at least someone to let you in."
Hmm. We could ask you, but I
Steve just kind of looks up, just like all beady eyed, is like, I can take you. I, I can
uh,
take you to
uh,
to Mr. McKean. Anything for Mr. Maggot.
uh, all right, then you come along with us. Come along with us, Steve.
All right. So he gets a room next to you guys, so he can be closer to Mr. Maggot. And you guys get woken up very bright and early, 6 in the morning after a very long night of drinking, and you just hear, "Mr. Maggot, Mr. Maggot, Mr. Maggot." just Steve just hitting the door like Sheldon.
This Mr. Maggot, Mr. Maggot, Mr. Maggot.
Jesus Christ.
Mm. So
Do you want me to respond?
it's up to you. How do you want to treat your fan, Mr. Maggot?
You hear, like, behind the door, there's a slow shuffling of metal, and I slowly open the door, completely covered in my metal armor, and I say, "What? What do you want? I'm hungover. Leave me alone."
But I'm sorry to wake you, Mr. Maggot. I thought you'd be up bright and early, like all lawyers are.
I look him dead in the eyes. I put my arm on his shoulder, and I say, "Sir, just like all other lawyers, I am dead inside. Let me sleep." as I as I slowly start to turn around, leaving the
Mr.
door
Maggot!
open.
Mr. Maggot! It's almost curfew. We're gonna be late to go to the barracks.
Hearing that, I turn around and just thunderchuck my way past him.
You're a lawyer. Were you sleeping in your suit?
Yes.
All right. As the rest of the party is hearing Maggot just bulldoze through the door, you just see everyone else just kind of start wandering out very slowly. And the beady-eyed Steve just smiles. And he says, "All right, I'll take you to the base now, bright and early in the morning, like a true good soldier."
Jesus
So
Well, you gotta admire his energy.
So he starts taking y'all to the base as all of y'all are just like completely dead inside and hungover, and he sees beady eyes just being like, "And that's the shopkeep. That's Miss Willis. She's the barber. She's awesome. She's my favorite. She gives me this cut. She gave me the low taper fade like I asked." So he's just like pointing out literally everything to y'all as you just are like really tired. Since he didn't drink much because he had an early shift, so he's all perfectly fine. He drank a lot. He drank half a pint of beer. I know, a lot. So you guys get to the
Well, he's
base.
looking at just Orkal.
Oh,
Well, no, he's looking just Horkaloogie out and just because my throat's kind of clogged up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys get to the base, and the guards just kind of start sighing, and they're like, "Name and registration, Steve. You have compatriots right now. I don't know why you're bringing them here, but okay." And Steve just kind of smiles and says, "Yeah, these are all my friends. This is Mr. Maggot. You know Mr. Maggot?" Kind of starts pointing at him. And the guards just kind of look
The other
at
guard just
Maggot.
says,
Hmm?
unfortunately.
Yeah. So the guards are just kind of looking inside, and they just like give you all the pass. Like, you guys are cleared for base. Come on in. I assume you're here to see your friend McKeem. All of them are really
I just give
tired.
a tired thumbs up. I just give a tired thumbs up and say, "Yes, we are."
Yeah. So as you guys kind of get transferred off to the other guards, you just hear one of the guards look at Steve and says, "Steve, your shift is at 10 in the fucking morning. Why are you here?" Steve didn't need to get up for 4 fucking hours, and he still got you up at 6 in the morning.
You got us up at 6 in the morning.
Bright and early. So you guys are following Steve and the other guard over to the cells. And Steve just kind of starts knocking on the door, and he says, "Guard, guard, prison guard." And the door opens, and they look at Steve, and they say, "Steve, the jail opens at 7:10." And he looks at his clock, and he says, "But it's 6:50. It's early enough. It's close enough." The guard just sighs and just lets you guys in at this point because he's just tired of dealing with Steve. You can tell Steve is just not very much liked at this point. So
But he is very energetic,
he's
which I
energetic, he's a
can.
nice guy, and he tries his best. He's over the top
He's,
and
he
early. He's an
tries too,
early bird.
he tries too hard or whatever.
Yeah. Everyone would die for Steve, but they get annoyed very easily about Steve. So, as you guys get kind of led back with Steve and the rest of the people, Steve just kind of starts kind of being a little bit more quiet, a little bit more calm. As he's in the prison, he needs to be mature and calm at this point. He kind of starts looking, and sorry, um, Steve kind of looks to the sides, and he says, "Don't make eye contact." As you guys kind of start getting led through the prison, you slowly start seeing the numbers of the cells kind of go longer and longer as the ratings on the prisoners kind of start rising. You see, like, typical, like, day in, day out kind of things, like, stealing, drunken disorderliness, very minor court martials in this world.
But,
And then you start
but
seeing
yeah, like
but then you start seeing
so sorry.
yeah, you're fine. Then you start seeing the murderers, the heinous crimes people. And then you get to one of the back cells, and it says treason McKeem. And you guys kind of look in, and it's just McKeem in some simple clothing. For some reason, they let him keep the sword. I don't know. They just let him keep the
For some
sword.
reason.
I don't know why that's relevant, but you just see him chilling with his sword. McKeem, would you like to say something?
Is it attached?
Just with him.
To him
McKeem's a level
somehow?
35 boss for real.
Level 35 Mafia City boss. Just, I see you guys. I got like a henchman by my side and everything. Oh, welcome to my humble abode. What's up, guys?
For real. So,
Do I recognize Steve?
I would say Steve would just be kind of friendly with you because you're a friend of Maggot.
Okay, I kind of look at him and crook my head to the side. I say, Steve? Is that a new haircut?
Oh my god, you noticed my fade!
Heck yeah, man! I gotta get back with your barber, fam. Like, that's some pretty good work.
Yeah, Miss Willis is the best barber. I don't know why I named her Miss Willis.
Yeah.
I just named her Miss Willis.
I mean, Nah, I already know about it. Miss Wella gives some hella good fades. Yeah, I gotta go check that out. How much did she charge again?
She only charges a gold coin to normal people, but since we got the military discount and you're my friend, she's only 5 silvers for a fade. It's
All
about
right,
like
cool.
50
I'll be
bucks.
sure to. Be sure to tip her though, cause she does some really good work. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Kind of look at the rest of the party.
Eyes look bloodshot. It's like we were woken up at 6 in the morning to be brought here.
Yeah, I look a
You're
little out of
tired
it.
and hungover.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, you know what though? Drinks are on me if you guys want to go another round and stuff. I mean, I know more drinking after hangover kind of cures the stuff. Or caffeine, whichever one you guys want to go for.
Anyway, we're just here to take our friend and kind of go.
Steve nods and he says, "Well, I want to let him out. We got to go talk to the colonel first, though. But I got clearance to bring him out to the colonel and have Maggot be his attorney, since he got a supposed fair trial. But I mean, this is McKean we're talking about, and any friend of Maggot is a good man. So he's our
I
best
say
chance.
alrighty.
So
I got
Maggot,
good
are you
man.
prepared? Are you prepared to lawyer it up for a colonel? You're moving up in the world. You're going into MP law.
It- it-
That lock in though. I'll be here.
Loki. Is Maggot ready
Yeah,
for the MP law? Does he have the notebook? Does he have the good? Does he have the?
Do I have? Oh
Do
God.
you have the book
Maggot's
with
just ready to in.
you?
Round 2.
Okay, hold on.
Maggot just starts getting his suitcase out.
God, 5 minutes. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna dab up the henchman and kind of like give him like a couple of silver coins and stuff.
bro, bro's literally innocent and just starts dapping up all the criminals who actually did shit.
Well, he was convicted for taking out somebody from South Face, so I'm not even tripping.
Yeah, true. Good point. Good point. Bro didn't follow the OSHA conditions.
Yeah.
I mean, not OSHA, the Geneva.
Hmm.
For real,
Geneva
Loki.
suggestion.
Alright, so Maggot, are you prepared? Do you have your book of the law? Do you need your cut to be adjusted by any chance by anyone?
I'm ready.
Alright. So McKeem, you follow right behind Maggot, and then the rest of the party is there as witness to this meeting.
Yeah. I'm just shuffling along with my hands and legs kind of chained and stuff.
Are you telling me
Hold
you
on, hold
were?
on.
Look
I'm
at
trying.
me.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the name of the colonel that I made. Hold on, give me a second. I need to move my pizza so I can type.
Pizza, I would love some of that right now.
Yeah, bro, I got Hawaiian.
Ew.
I would throw freaking pineapple on pizza. I do not care. I just love pizza. I just
Hakeem.
love pizza. I
Ain't
just
no
love
way.
pizza, bro. Stop.
Ain't no way. You just
Stop.
trying to be different.
No, I'm not. I am different. What you
Don't
mean?
put a fruit on my pizza.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the wordplay I did for this guy. Oh, that was 3 weeks ago. I can't remember how I did that. Hold on. No,
Why does
shoot.
everybody that wants to retwist my hair want like $450 for the job?
It's really cringe. Hair is so expensive, dude.
Yeah. Like, let me retwist your dreads. It's just like, okay, cool. And that, what about the hair detoxing as well? It's like, yeah, normally I charge 75 for it, but then they look at how much hair I have and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to bump it up. Like, why do that to me?
I'm trying to remember.
Hmm.
I literally came up with this wordplay 3 weeks ago, but I can't frickin' remember. Dang it. Anyway, I'm just gonna call him. I'll just fuck it.
Hmm.
Hold on. Fuck it. I'm just saying Colonel Sanders. I had a whole wordplay that I was ready to say that it wasn't just Colonel Sanders. I had a whole I had like a like a 3-worded name for this man. Whatever.
Colonel Toe.
It was originally gonna be just Colonel Sanders for me, the memes, but I can't remember the wordplay. It's less creative now. I'm sorry. I had a whole thing planned.
Oh, it was it Colonel Corn.
I think I
Matterhorn?
remember that. Right,
Colonel
Colonel
Sanders? Yeah.
Sanders,
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders,
That's why his name was
because
Corn.
yeah, because his father was a corn farmer and his mother, wait no, his mother was a corn farmer and his father was a woodworker,
Nice.
but he wanted to get into the chicken game.
Wow.
But the only way to pay for culinary school is going into the military.
Hmm.
So as you walk in, you see Colonel Sanders. Not to be mistaken with Colonel Sanders. He is sitting in his chair and he looks over to see Maggot and he just kind of nods very professionally, very respectfully, respecting a man of his craft.
Is that my cue?
It's up to you. It could be your cue, it could be another man's cue.
Hmm.
Sit down, my fellow compatriots. I am Colonel K. Sanders.
Is it just me or is it the whole party?
The rest of the party's kind of on the sidelines. They could speak up if they wish. You and McKean sit down across from Colonel K. Sanders,
Okay.
and he starts just kind of rubbing his very wooden desk as he says, "I heard that we had some issues that needed to be addressed about one of my subordinates being in here for treason. I have all the paperwork. I'm intrigued to hear what you have to say. Mr. Maggot?"
Yeah, that's me. And it sounds exactly what it sounds like. I don't know if there was recordings of it, but when we went to the court case, it seems like the majority of the jury was bought out. It would seem like the judge was in on it. It would seem like the person in power, the warden himself, was in on it. It would also seem that the guards knew about it and are also in on it. And the whole reason they're doing it is for money. They like profits coming in. It's a problem.
That is indeed a problem. See, my mother said, don't bake it twice, because then it'll be overdone. He takes a sip of water as he looks at you. Now, we have McKeem here in for treason. Same thing as you. However, a lot of your details from your case are very relevant. I've been going over the recordings recently. And I will say, there is a reason we're in this room instead of the normal courtroom. If you catch my drift. He kind of looks over to McKeem and nods.
I nod back. I kind of lift my head for a half a second. I nod back at him.
Now, I respect McKeem here, okay? Let me just put this right out there. I think he was framed. I just need a good enough reason to put on the paperwork so that I don't get my ass eaten out by this shit.
Mhm.
Because he's always been a subordinate of one of my favorite subordinates. So, I know he's come from a good place. And I know there was some weird tea shit getting sold back in that first island. And anyone with a lick of brain cells can fucking tell that that was a fucking coup. Anyone worth their salt in this military would understand that. But you did bring to light something very important, Mr. Maggot. You got proof, fault, admission that Southside has been infiltrating the North. Or South Face has been infiltrating the North. They have been getting into our courts. They have been leaking intel back to the enemy. And I don't like that. Now, you guys have been perfectly fine. You got out. You guys are free of clear. However, McKean being military makes it a little bit harder. But you guys did want to become privateers, correct?
You know,
That is correct, sir.
yeah, that's why we came here.
So, what I can do is I can hire you, your party, your crew specifically, out of McKeem's control technically for this mission. And have McKeem go under supervision with one of my trusted allies to test and prove innocence that there has been some fault within our military. I think McKeem was set up. I don't know who. I don't know what's going on. I just think someone wanted him to fall. I have some intel that there is a town that is being used in South Face to conduct operations of smuggling people and drugs into our glorious town. And what I don't like about drugs is they make the chicken taste bad.
Nods in agreement.
Shut your heck.
Too many antibiotics in the chicken make it taste weird. That's why I'm not the girdle of the chicken.
That's the only reason why he cares. It's just because the chicken tastes weird.
Yeah.
I kind of give I give him a sideways glance and be like, "Hey, that man makes good chicken."
For real.
Liesmith's here.
Hey,
Hello.
Lesmith.
Welcome,
Give her.
Lightman.
I hope I'm not an hour late. Please tell me I'm not an hour late.
You're an hour
Oh,
late.
You're
Totally
an hour late.
Fuck.
On the dot an hour late, yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason I have it saved on my phone. It's 7. It was totally fucking 6 o'clock.
Rip.
Fuck.
That's fine. You missed out on Steve being really obnoxious and taking Maggot and the party, keyword Maggot and the party, to the jail cells. Currently, you guys are getting your privateer license a bit, partially kind of getting expedited due to there being some corruption going on. And Colonel Sanders, mother was a corn farmer, father was a carpenter. Colonel Sanders, not to
Okay.
be mistaken with the chicken guy, but he didn't want to make chicken, so you know. So Colonel Sanders is currently. Don't talk to me with that $15 haircut. For real.
All right, sorry.
Bro, I will say Colonel Sanders has a $130 haircut. He respects the cut. He
bro.
respects the cut.
That bro's clean, man.
Yeah. His
I
hair
kind of like.
his hair is the most important part to him.
I look at him and just go, sheesh.
Bro
Did
got
you go
all
to
the
the same barber
topical.
as Steve?
Hmm?
You went to the same. I asked him if he went to the same barber as Steve.
Of course I go to Miss Willis. Any man worth his salt goes to Miss Willis.
I haven't been in so long. Oh dang.
Yes,
Do you think I
sir.
can get out of these and make a trip there before we set off?
Of course,
I'm
any
kind of
man worth his
desperate for
salt
hair.
must go to war wearing proper
Mhm.
attire.
Agreed. Yes, sir.
So, Colonel Sanders gives you guys kind of a dossier about what's going on. Maggot, you get the document. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to write up a minor document of details, and I'll let you read it out loud if you want.
God.
Oh, give me a second. I'm writing this up.
Oh my god. Yo, what is the name of that GIF? I need that.
Called Vegeta Fortnite dance.
Why is he dancing like that?
It's Fortnite.
Give me 1 second. I'm almost done. Shit, what was it? Give me 1 second. There you go. Sorry, I don't know why. I just wanted to write it out to you, Mr. Maggot. so you have the documents. Flute. all while that's going on, Altair is just playing with his flute. So, do you understand, Mr. Maggot? As he kind of like slides the dossier to you, says, "Do you understand, my compatriots? This is for North. This is for Northside. Sorry, Northside. Do you understand?" Mr. Maggot, do you understand the dossier?
Think Loki go offline.
I don't know. I think he's just reading me being a dipshit, writing it out like a whole.
I'm reading the thing you sent me,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about what I should do,
Okay.
because I feel like you're not gonna let me pull as much BS as I did before.
I don't know.
It has to be a little tightly, and it has to be a little more tightly knit. I
Yeah.
unironically am gonna get a whole ass legal document for this man. Oh my
Bro.
gosh.
Bro's not letting it slide. He
I
ain't
am not
letting
letting it
no
slide. Me and my
freaking
client.
goofy. All right.
All right, how do I spell Makeem?
MCK.
MC.
I'll let
Yeah.
you do that.
MCKEEM.
E-E-M. All right, client Makeem.
Bro, this is literally about to be what this island's about. Hold on, I gotta mute the tab so it doesn't
Oh,
start
God.
playing. Hold
Why do I
on.
have to cook this entire island?
I'm not. You don't have to go like as in depth. I wasn't gonna make it as in depth. This is more saying it for
Okay.
flavor.
I was gonna
Bro,
say
this right now. This is gonna be the entire island. Mickey forces
the
choosing a Goofy in
document.
his country.
The
Mickey, you don't
document.
understand. You don't understand, Goofy. This is all I have. This is all I have, war. All I have is war,
All right.
Mickey.
Oh gosh, how should I even? How? Because okay, what should I make for the case of Mr. McKeem? What do you think, Hakeem?
What do you mean, as far as getting paid wise, or what?
Just to expose the things that are to debunk or expose the wrongings that have happened to your character.
Oh, I mean, there's a whole freaking list. We've been set up since the get go by a foreign.
Wait, let's do some.
I love how we're both southern characters, brother. You gotta understand.
Give me all the wrongdoings and everything, and I'll categorize them into nice situations.
Being framed, defamation of character, emotional damages. What else? I can think of a whole. Wait. We were multiple assaults towards me. Attempted murders. So many counts of attempted murders. Second, first, and third degree. What else?
First degree murder.
Yeah, freaking. There was an arsonist that. Yeah, I almost got set on fire a couple of times. What else? Yeah, I don't know if there is anything about. Yeah, someone stole. Didn't someone try to steal our identity at one time during our campaign? Yeah, identity theft.
I don't remember them stealing your identity.
No, but someone did like try to
That was the
play.
Cornwalls, remember?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
Yeah.
identity theft.
Okay, and there was a bunch of other stuff. I have a notebook full of stuff.
I'm gonna say emotional damage.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Let me see. I was killed and brought back to life numerous times. So there's hospital
Are we
expenses.
using real life things, or are we using D&D things? Because death
you didn't
wouldn't be
technically
that
die.
bad
You
in
didn't technically
D&D.
die. You didn't technically die.
Attempted. That would fall under attempted murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what else should I don't know. What else should I bring up? Thinking.
Any wrongdoings against you, I guess.
Besides being framed, besides being used as someone for a coup, I don't know. I don't know if there's a case or a charge for spells being casted at you. I'm not sure.
Technically it depends on the spell, and that would fall under a different real life attribute. Was it a poison spell?
Poison spells, anti-gravity spells.
Oh well, that's literally breaking Geneva Convention laws. Okay.
Yeah, numerous curses.
If Torton was there, Torton would very slowly just like look away.
You're on the boat right now. I just said that you just like probably went under the boat or something and was, I don't know.
Oh, below decks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Was there fire?
Oh yeah, there was tons of fire.
Like fire spells?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the being poisoned part can fall.
What is it?
Fall under being like affected with lycanthropy multiple times.
I'm trying to remember what it's called, but there's an actual like law, or when you use fire in the intent of warping or changing a person, or using spells to warp or change a person, there's like a term used for that. That's against the law. I can't remember. Mutilation. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, attempted mutilation. So many attempts of those. So many counts of mutilation.
Multiple attempts of mutilation.
Mm-hmm.
Mutilation. Okay.
What didn't I almost get various limbs chopped off or eaten off by various creatures that were under the employ of these parties? Yeah, we fought
Oh.
trolls. Yes.
Yeah, the trolls and the lycanthropes and all that.
Yeah, all
They
that.
try to nibble on your arms.
Okay. Well, the thing is were they under control of a different party?
They
Yes,
were.
they were under
They
control of
were.
Akira.
Okay.
By
Because
Akira,
if
that was her name.
you
Yeah, Akira.
okay, because it depends. Because if you okay, I'm gonna use this as D&D logic in real life. If a person is attacked and killed by an animal, it obviously there's no crime to commit there. They were in the wrong place, wrong time. Unfortunate shit happens. So like, say a troll attacked and killed a person and ate them. Technically, no one would be at fault. The troll is more of a monster animal type deal.
But it was
under
under
But if it
control.
was
It was
under
direct
control,
control.
yeah, that's the thing. If it is under like, and this is in real life too. If there is a bear that was trained by a human and that human said to attack another human, that's use of a deadly. I don't know if it counts as a deadly weapon, but there's a certain thing that's it's called for. So I'm gonna maybe look that up real quick
Well,
as
we can
well.
go directly
Look it
to
up.
the Despera's direct subjects and those people that fell under harm or were the families of those people that were slain and stuff.
Keep talking. I gotta use the bathroom.
That you know, their families were affected because their family members were slain by lycanthropes that were under direct control by Akira. You know.
I'm just gonna put it under a brainwashing charge.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been used as a scapegoat as well. The whole party's
That
been used as a
wouldn't
scapegoat.
that fall under defamation of character?
Yeah, that's what I meant with the defamation of character. The whole party has been.
I can put that into more of a categorized thing, used as a scapegoat among other things. Used as a scapegoat. Okay. Among Cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's about what I can think of for right now. That's a pretty big list of stuff.
Do you know how
I
to
mean,
spell Geneva? Like Geneva Convention? I got
No,
convention right, but it's not Geneva.
no, sir, I can look it up.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I only know how to spell Geneva for one reason only. My other D&D game is called the Geneva Suggestions.
Oh, I see.
GEN
GENEVIA.
VA.
Okay. VA. Okay. Okay.
Can anybody else think of anything that the parties went through underneath this stuff? Because if I went through it, you guys went through it as well.
Yeah, we did kind of went through the same thing. Torton
You guys
got
have this
his
covered.
hammer taken away.
My religious artifact.
Oh,
that's been
theft.
already
Yes.
brought up.
Oh, I already got that in my last charge list,
Okay.
so I'm not gonna file a new report under same charges.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I will, however, Control C, Control V my old charges just to have them up to date. Well, if that's all the charges against Makeem, I have so it says client Makeem and then a null dash, defamation of character, and then in quotation marks, uses a scapegoat among other things, in quotations, assault against my clients, attempted murder on all degrees, almost set on fire, identity theft, emotional damage, breaking Geneva Convention laws, multiple attempts of mutilation, and then brainwashing charges.
Yep.
Okay. Well, sucks, but I think it's a pretty strong case. There you go. That's sent in chat, and I'm going to grab the old one and update it. I like how me becoming a lawyer was like on such a whim, but it's becoming like a legitimate thing now.
It's kind
I
of
mean,
like
it
Torden
fits.
becoming a cook.
Yeah.
Why is everything popping?
Sorry about that.
Okay, here's the big yap sesh. There you go. I'm gonna save all of this. Control C, Control V. There you go. That is everything updated. The broccoli stuff isn't there, but that's fine. He's not part of the main party. Cool. That's everything. So got McKeem, Torden, and everyone else. Okay. Cool. Now that that's done, when Raven gets back, you guys can tell him that I got everything done. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a long list of stuff. God dang.
Just one or two. Doesn't.
Guards didn't stop unwanted snooze. Oh god. I'm gonna read this out to my stream real quick. Okay, Client McKeem, defamation of character, uses a scapegoat among other things, assaults against my client, attempted murder, all degrees, almost set on fire, identity theft, emotional damage, breaking Geneva Convention laws, multiple attempts of mutilation, brainwashing charges. Torden, they tried to use more force than necessary and took away religious items potentially causing
No.
bodily harm and
Whatever.
emotional distress.
This streaming rolls good.
Forcibly took religious artifact
You
away
don't have to go to work and I got back there.
and used even more excessive
I
force.
mean,
Tried to intimidate my client
so
after
expensive.
being threatened. Was told that would have harsher and unjust
I forgot.
punishment.
Are you a tortilla chip guy? Oh, sorry. I just not realize my fucking call.
Wow.
No, it's all good. Treated my client as an animal and a stick and caused even more emotional harm. Took prosthetics away and caused bodily harm to my client. Narza, guards were rude and used excessive force, reached for my client's armband with his father's ashes in them, and caused deep emotional stress to my client. Ignored the prisoners, even when needing help. Needs not met when it came to their safety. Zane drugged against his will into the prison using excessive force, discriminated against my client, thrown my client hard into the jail cell, not even into prison. Also, one no phone call, just like my other clients, was almost assaulted, and guards didn't stop unwanted snoo. Oh my goodness. Guards saw a fight break out, and they didn't even try to stop the fight, potentially causing harm to my clients. The King attempt has no evidence to stick the charges with the murder of the witnesses. Find a link to the drugs and other hard evidence. Dang, I'd say that's a pretty solid case just reading from that. Oh, hydrate? Sure thing. Thank you for the hydrate, trash. Appreciate you.
Alright, it is I, Colonel Sander, I return. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Alrighty. Let me to read. Oh. What did Seduce do? Well, all these details appear to make sense to me. Comes in with all the reports we've gotten. Everyone here still, or is Lysmith like fully AFK?
Yeah, I believe everyone's here. I think.
I'm
Alright.
here.
So,
Or I think Smith might. I don't know. He's muted right now.
yeah. Alright. Well, Colonel Sanders looks at your stuff and he goes, well, that's quite a lot that seems to have happened to you and your compatriots. If you can do this, I think it would help our country go back to the way it should have been. Honorable, just, unlike that fucking scoundrel place of Southface. You do this for me, I'll definitely get you off. Could even throw in a boat for y'all with some
Awesome.
nice details. So, the colonel pulls up a map and snaps his finger to bring in a, I'm thinking real quick, say a major. This is Major Tom, okay? And Tom comes in and he says, Colonel Sander, hello. And he nods, and he says, Colonel, I tasted some of your chicken. It's very good. And he nods and he says, okay, but on topic, sir. Soldier. And he kind of turns and says, this is the map for your guys' mission. McKean, you will be directly under. Technically, since we're letting you out for a secret ops mission, you are technically still under investigation to not tip shit off. So you're going to have Major Tom here be technically your supervising officer. He's just there in name, and he's going to be handling base camp supplies. Does that make sense?
I give him a salute and stuff, and nod my head and say, Major.
He nods and he says, Captain. So, pulls up the map and he says, this is the town we've been talking about. It appears there are some guerrilla forces here that have been occupying the surrounding area. They have intel, it appears, to lead to where the major plot is coming from the South Face rebels. The problem is, these South Face individuals, they appear to be a multi-grouped faction where different people are vying for power in the wastes of the frozen wastelands. Very unhospitable locations. We only know of a couple strongholds that have enough mana in the land to sustain some forms of life. So they're constantly under fire. Only the coasts have slightly enough temperament to properly sustain life for these guerrilla forces before you reach one of their cities. They are not a united front, at least That's what we're told. The only thing I'm worried about is if they have a backer. I don't know who would back Southface after the war 1,000 years ago, but
I can think
something
of a few
happens.
people. The people that have been trying to frame us this whole time.
That's what I'm thinking. The second I heard you were framed, I got a little curious. So I started looking into some stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to put anything in your heads, but there might be ulterior forces on that island. I'm not 100% sure. Just, if something seems off, it's better to stay alive than dying for your country. Because if you die for your country, you don't get to help another day. Once you're dead, you're gone.
Yes, sir.
He nods and just kind of looks at you with kind of like a somber eye, and he says, "Good luck, soldiers."
I kind of look down at my chains and kind of gesture to him like,
So, you guys are let out, and Major Tom's following you. And as you guys get outside of the military base, I'll just say like Torton just kind of like shows up. I'll just say Steve went and got Torton, because one of you just let him know where Torton's at. Unless Lysmith's not here, then I'll just have him be on the boat. Lysmith.
he was here for a moment and then he vanished.
It helps if I unmute when I'm trying to talk. My bad.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ayo. So, you kind of show up to the prison with Steve. Actually, give me a second. I need a fork. I have way too much pineapple. And I need
Ew.
something to pick it up.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't drop because I got really quiet really quickly.
I remember the wordplay. I was gonna call him the son of Colonel Anders. Instead of Colonel Sanders, that was like the son of Colonel Anders. Alright, so I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
So, Lifesmith, you get brought to the party by Steve. You've been getting your ear talked off the entire time, pointing out all the shops. And he's like, Mr. Torton, this is Miss Willis's barber shop, and all that shit. So, he's been talking your ear off the entire fucking time. So, by the time everyone gets out of the cells and stuff to talk with you, Steve's been talking to you for about 30 minutes.
Good thing he can't hear any of it.
Yeah, sure, good point.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Torton is sitting there, and as he's walking, he's just nodding his head as he walks, just because that's what he used to do with
Kale.
yeah, just nod and walk at the same time. And he hears that there's like this muffled Snoopy voices, but like he's just chilling, enjoying himself.
Yeah. So as you guys get out, Torton, you kind of get a small copy of the documents that everyone got, like their little dossiers of the information, the maps, and I know you just came from the ship, but you're gonna have to turn around all the way back to the docks.
Yeah, while they're figuring that out and he's reading through his documents, I'm gonna sneak off with Steve and go get a fresh fade real quick, get cleaned up,
All
go get my
right,
suit and all that,
all right.
and all my other gear.
Does anyone else want to go to Miss Willis's barber shop?
Maggot should.
Ayo, I got you.
So you guys head over to Miss Willis's barber shop just to get all cleaned up for the war zone, and you kind of go up to the shop and you kind of knock on the door, open it, and you hear the little bell ring, and she goes, "Hello, dears," and just kind of looks over and says, "Oh, Steve, how are you?" And he goes, "Miss Willis, how are you?" And he starts talking all British with her. She goes, "Oh, I see you brought your friends. Hello, I'm Miss Willis. I heard that you were looking for proper hair. Come sit down, Mister." And she kind of looks over at you, McKeem.
I kind of look at her and cock my head to the side, looking like, dang, she's kind of thick, you know.
Yeah, she
Bro?
got that 50-year-old lady vibe.
Yeah, she's a freaking cougar. I kind of give her like a sideways head cock and like, McKean, ma'am, nice to meet you.
Hello, McKeem. She kind of like leads you into her chair and she says, "So, what kind of haircut are you going for?" She kind of like starts rubbing your shoulders and kind of feeling up your hair.
Mullet.
I'm trying to get the fade, and maybe get a quick retwist before we head out. How long would it take?
Oh, well, with my steady hands, it shouldn't be more than less than 20 minutes with these hands. And she kind of like slides her hands down your back. And
I kind of like get it like a pleasant shiver down my spine when she does that, and I'm just like, well, ma'am, there's a couple of tips for you if you get my drift.
she looks over at Steve, and Steve just kind of nods as he kind of starts leading people into the waiting room. So about 30 minutes go by, and you see McKeem come out with a very, very high quality fade and some smiles. Does anyone else want to fade and to give a tip to Miss Willis?
I give her like 10 gold coins.
Dude, that's
In a-
like,
in a-
dude, that's literally like $1,000.
I paid for the full party. I paid for the whole party.
Based as fuck.
Yeah.
Maggot, would you like to get the full package from Miss Willis?
I kind of lean into like behind me and I pull out a sander and some metal shiner and I say, "Work your magic," as I keep my helmet on and sit down.
She kind of looks at it and she says, "Oh, I've worked for Warforged before. I know how to make them work." Because she assumes like you're a Warforged or something because you're in like a metal suit of armor.
Yeah.
So she starts kind of like sanding you down, and she's like, "What kind of would you like me to dye any of your armor? Give you a nice like black metal sheen or something?" And she like starts like pulling out the oils and shit.
This is the vibe I'm bringing. Silence, wench.
So she just starts giving you a very simple sanding job where everything's just like very. She gives you a sand job.
What happened here?
Oh, Loki's just getting a sand job. So
I
yeah,
don't have I don't have hair, so I gave her a sander for my helmet and some metal shine.
So she works in the wax, the metal shine, she oils you up and everything, and then 20 minutes later you come out like a fresh piece of armor.
With the armor just sort of gleaming.
Yeah. She's like, there you go, mister.
I immediately open the door, see the nearest pile of mud, and jump in it because I'm sick of having clean armor. Because I'm the Lord's servant.
Base.
Bruh.
She's still got the kinks out and stuff, so it still looks nicer than what it did coming in. But still.
So, anyone else want Miss Willis's treatment?
I paid for the full party. Might as well, you guys.
Nah.
Torn would go in just for a trim, mostly because I don't think Jordan has actually gotten a haircut since he really joined his order, so he's just kind of unkempt. But the main thing he wants is a beard trim.
Alright. She's like, alright, Mr. Torden. Sit down in my chair, and she like gets like a step ladder and just starts like stepping on each step to like get up to your head when you're like sitting down.
I just want to know what that chair is made out of because I'm very afraid.
She is a smart businesswoman. She has chairs for large races, unlike the fucking courts.
It's reinforced steel.
Reinforced steel with Minotaur leather. Very sturdy. Not to be mistaken with Minotaur. Minotaur leather is forbidden, technically, because it's babies.
I kind of like give her like a sideways glance and be like, you don't have a wooden step chair because, well, my guy's kind of, choppy.
I didn't get what you said.
Well, he's a shocking customer, if you know what I mean. He's highly reactive to like metal.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She nods and gets out the wooden step chair. So she slowly starts trimming your beard and everything and making your hair all nice. And then after about 20 to 30 minutes again, she finishes up, pats you on the shoulder, smiles, winks, and sends you on your way. Sorry, I'm drinking my Pepsi. Oh my god. I love non-diet Pepsi, but Jesus Christ, I'm drinking a 2-liter right now, and I'm probably drinking easily almost 1,000 calories. It makes me uncomfortable, but whatever. Yeah, that's why she winks and nods, because she can kind of tell. So, as you guys leave the barber shop, you guys get your gear ready. You guys head back to your boat. You don't have the new boat yet because it's going to be on order for when you guys complete the mission. But you guys head to the boat. And then you see Major Tom waiting at your boat. And he goes, "Why are you coming over to the boat? This is a special kind of mission. We need the utmost, how would we say it, scrutiny with stealth. Riding right into their waters is going to be a little too on the nose, if you catch my drift." And he kind of starts leading you guys to kind of a back area of the military. And
I tell my crew to take the day off and go and get them some drinks while we go take care of some stuff.
Well, no, you guys are like going with. Nah,
Oh no, no,
he's pulling you up.
I'm talking about like the crew on the ship
Oh
side.
yeah. Your crew on the boat ain't coming. But Swain does actually run you guys down and starts kind of tagging along. You
Okay.
also notice Daniela Cueva is coming along as well.
Hmm.
You notice that Swain and Daniela are kind of talking a lot on the way to the military black site.
Hmm.
So Swain and Danielle are just kind of chilling in the back as Tom leads up to the base, pulls out a badge to show the guards, a black site access card, nods. The guard opens the gate, looks at Daniela, squints his eyes. She just kind of winks, smiles, and kind of like does a little kiss at him, and kind of walks in with you guys. He's a little off put, but he's seen some succubus style demons before, so he's not too worried about that.
Oh my god.
He just assumes she's the help.
Bruh. That's some dangerous help.
Hey man, bro, you're going into a black site access, dude. He ain't gonna fucking judge who you bring in. If Tom says it's okay, Tom says it's okay.
Alright.
So, as you guys get into the building, though, the base, you notice something a little odd. The sun doesn't look like it's going into the base as well. Almost like there's like a barrier spell kind of like generating around the base with some like invisibility stuff going on. Like you could tell you were going up to a base, but it just kind of seems like it's got some weird hidden stuff going on. So, as you guys are kind of walking around the base, you notice it mostly empty until you see Tom pull up the card again and put it to some like pylon. And it starts to unvanish something of like a blimp. Very rudimentary. And you notice some weird kind of like runes and stuff on what appears to be like a kind of like World War kind of style blimp. And Tom says, "Welcome to the black side of research and development for Northside technology. We call this the blimp." As he pulls down a ladder. So basically, blimps in this world are very rare and not very common. People have heard of them, they've seen them, but it's very, very hush hush, like military level secrets. Because flying magic is pretty high level stuff. So anything with like flight is like usually restricted to like races and dragons and like very rare artifacts and stuff. It's not like impossible, but it's like instead of us using like helium and stuff like we would do for like a blimp, they use like runes and stuff to do it. I mean, they could use
Crystals?
helium, but
Do they use crystals? Like
yeah, like
actual
crystals and
crystals from the
runes.
ground?
Yeah, like crystals, runes. They use like rune smithing kind of thing. So because a rune once it's implemented, as long as it has a mana supply, it's gonna keep activated. So that's kind of like what they're doing is they're using basically like a World War II style kind of blimp design, but it's cloaked with like invisibility magic runes, flight runes on like different parts of the blimp to keep it afloat, so they don't have to fuel it with anything besides like mana or spell slots, mana, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You get the point. So you guys get on it, and there's room for about 20 people usually. Give me a second. Probs. Yeah. So you guys get on the boat. I mean, the blimp, and he kind of starts tapping on it, and you see a pilot sitting up front. He nods, and everyone's like, the crew's like, well, you all know the drill. We're going to the south. Is everyone ready? Strap in. Kind of starts looking at you guys. It's like, y'all ever ride a blimp before?
I just shake my head.
Really? No.
Yeah. It's like, all right, well, we've been making it a better smooth ride each test. We only crashed a few times when we ran out of mana supply, but we should have enough fuel. It's a little finicky. Depends on the wizard
face I'm
piloting.
making on my stream right now. Just like it's
Don't worry, I've flown this blimp a few times. It's been
even
fine.
when it's crashed.
I mean, things happen.
Machine visibly sweat drops.
I'm gonna die.
I mean, it's a military secret blimp, so I mean, you assume that they've done very extensive researching. As you know, military grade stuff is high quality, right, Lightsmith?
I know, but
Remember, his military quality
You-
means low center.
Yeah,
What?
Mukim is just gonna say a prayer and kind of kiss his own ass goodbye.
Lightsmith knows why I said military quality is clearly top of the line. So, Zane's like having a freaking panic attack. And you just start hearing the pilot start doing chants, basically as like the air traffic control stuff goes off. And you start feeling the blimp kind of start floating up into the air. Swain's just chilling though in his chair. And he's like, "First time, guys?"
wait, what? What? When did Swain get here?
I
He's
said
been
I said
here for
Swain and
minutes.
Daniela came up from the boat and were following along.
Yeah, resident succubus and sword guy elf.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice them come along.
Yeah.
Bruh, how you supposed to be a
They were
rogue,
pretty
man?
silent the entire time.
Bruh, you're
The
supposed to be a rogue. What
the rogue with the perception of a barbarian.
Bruh, what's going on, man? We need an intervention. We're gonna have an intervention, bro. It's okay.
No,
So
I'm-
you
I'm not-
start. Sorry, what?
I'm just I didn't really hear that they were coming. I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
really hear
you're
that they were
fine.
coming along. I was
You're
kind of
fine,
focused
man.
on something else.
You're fine. It's not a big deal. I'm just laughing. So Swain's just kind of sitting in his little chair, holding his two swords, and he's just like, "First time, peeps." Just kind of looks at you guys. He looks a little bit more happy than normal.
Oh, you get a kick out of this, possibly falling out of the air. You know, if this thing doesn't, whatever. Anyway, let's get it on over with.
So the pilot, that's a wizard in his clearly very professional wizard hat. He says, "All right, we have liftoff." As the blimp just starts going up in the air very slowly.
I start chewing on my hardtack like it's a cigarette because I'm that stressed out.
You just see Swain just like light a freaking cigar. And he just starts passing the cigar back and forth with Daniela.
Can I get some of that?
Yeah, Swain sets a seat right next to you and just pats it so he can pass the cigar to you.
I smoke this. I take a couple of puffs on the cigar, like I'm just like my nerves are really, really bad. Kind of started like paddling my left foot a little bit. because of nerves, and I hand it back to him.
It's been a long time since I've been in the air. Swain just kind of takes another puff and just kind of looks at you, McCain.
Be right back, you guys.
Oh. Well,
Jordan is kind of freaking out, so Jordan's going to do what he likes to do when he's freaked out.
what does he normally do when he freaks out?
Oh, he's going to go try to find a place to fall asleep.
Okay. Oh,
So big angry Jordan just stomps around, tries to find a place that looks comfortable, and just boom, and just lays down and just like curls up and just immediately starts trying to fall asleep.
absolutely based. How does Narza react to being in the sky?
Still conscious, but he can't really move. He's never been this high in the air before. Well, not on a.
Sweet.
I mean, this thing's kind of I don't know. I know it's been tested, but it feels a bit
Rocky with turbulence.
yeah. At least with dragons, it's pretty steady. As far as he's known.
Yeah. Swain just kind of chuckles, and he says, "It's not so bad once you get used to it." Swain just kind of looks over at Daniela, though, and just kind of nods and just smiles a bit, and just kind of keeps smoking a cigar. He looks over at Tord and
What's
just kind of chill.
Alvier? What about Alvier?
Alzier's just panicking. It appears. It
Zane
appears Zane just be running in circles. Swain just says,
he's probably on,
"Oh, sorry, what?"
Zane's probably on the roof like a cat, just claws right in.
Swain just says, "Don't look down." You guys are currently climbing to about 2,000 feet in the air, which is pretty high, but not like anything crazy compared to like
Yeah, it's
modern
not that
flight
bad.
standards. Like 2,000 feet's like hot air balloon height usually, right? Am I crazy? I don't know. You're the pilot.
So normally on the middle planes I go on, you get up to like 3,500 to 4,000. The big planes get way higher than that though.
Yeah.
So it's not even comparable.
Yeah, you guys are currently about like what like a prop plane would be. That's like around where you guys
It's
are.
a little under a prop plane, but yeah, like that's like near the ending of climbing height, just starting to chill out height.
Yeah.
Raven,
So,
I know what Magtalu would do.
what was Magtalu doing on the plane? I mean the
He would
blimp.
just kind of shut down, and because of that, they had to strap him underneath the plane, so all you see is this giant metal armor just hovering underneath of the blimp, strapped in.
Based. It's gonna be even funnier because you said the perfect thing because I was already planning on doing something along the lines.
Whoa, did Magtalu just pass out from fear?
Not fear, just not understanding.
Magtalu does not handle
His
heights.
brain does not comprehend being up in the air where he's closer to his god. It doesn't make him comfortable, even being closer to the divine divinity than he already is.
Like his mind is just. I am higher in the air. I am closer to my god. I am. Like, that's what he's thinking mentally. Uncomfortable.
So, as you guys reached the max height of about 3,000 for him, Swain just kind of is chilling, and the wizard starts saying, "We are getting a little." Yeah. So, as you guys are reaching your destination, it's been about a couple hours, and you hear, "Mission Command, this is Black Hawk Black Site Blimp. We're approaching our destination. Prepare the parachutes." And one of the
And no
wizards
parachutes?
leaves. One of the wizards gets out of the cockpit and starts handing little parachute stones to each of you guys. Swain grabs one of them and puts it in his pocket. And the wizard just kind of looks at Tornin and Zane freaking the fuck out right now and just hands you guys each a flight stone. Basically, it's the equivalent of a parachute in this world. They say you use a. Have you ever used a flight stone like this before? The wizard's just like handing them out right now to each of you.
Oh, excuse me.
Torden, as soon as he grabs it, realizes what's about to happen, looks around, and immediately says, "There aren't enough of you to shove me out of this blimp."
The wizard looks puzzled and says, "Who said anything about shoving?" And it pulls a lever and the floor drops out.
Well,
Congratulations!
Trying to take us out?
Congratulations! Y'all are now in free fall over the base.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. What's going on?
Torden is no longer scared. He is pissed.
So, y'all are officially paratroopers. Congratulations. Y'all are in free fall about 3,000 feet in the air.
But why? What led up to this? These guys are betrayers? Or?
No. You guys are paratroopers.
Oh, so we're falling
Yeah.
into where we
Yeah.
have to be at.
Torden said, "There isn't enough of you to shove me out of the plane," when they handed him his parachute flight stone. And they said, "Who said anything about shoving or jumping?" And they pulled a lever and it just opens the compartment and you just all fall.
Oh, so we have some way to parachute down.
Oh,
Okay.
Hakeem,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm strapped to the bottom of it because I genuinely did not understand what was going on. So I'm literally like tied to the bottom of this blimp.
Yeah.
Like a giant suit of armor is just tied to the bottom of a blimp.
Yeah, and you just start dropping like a freaking rock.
Yeah, like I am not conscious for any of this, and I'm gonna wake up and just be on the fucking ground. Greater.
Oh my god.
It's probably going to be completely fine.
Oh yeah, no, I'm built like a brick shit house. I'll be all right.
It softens his fall just enough.
At least fall for a little bit. You said
Oh,
about
y'all like skydiving. The levitation only hits once you get about 100 feet.
Okay.
So y'all just feel like you're plummeting to your freaking deaths right now. Swain's just chilling, just doing like tricks with his swords in the air. He's just like twirling them, just doing like little somersaults in the air with Daniela.
Panic and
gonna
take
take
out
the,
my parachute
the
stone
remainder
as I
little bit
get
of this.
it's about 1,000 feet to the ground.
It auto does it for you guys.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just like once it hits like a certain level of feet, you guys start slowing down really fast.
Okay. I'm just gonna take
Okay.
like the remainder of Swain's cigar and just puff on it and just kind of close my eyes. Just pray.
So you all are accelerating towards the ground very, 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 very fast. Very, very fast. You know what? I'm gonna do something fun because y'all were worried something bad would happen, so you guys gave me the idea that something bad might happen. Everyone, roll me a d20 to see if their flight stone activates properly.
What?
Raven, I have a question.
Yeah, Loki.
I'm still knocked out. Do I get to be in this?
You're knocked out. I already said you'd be fine. I'm just doing this
Yeah.
for shits and giggles.
So what you want? So what you want me to roll?
Just a
Roll a
flat
d20?
d20. Just a flat d20.
So, question. Because I rolled the lowest number.
I was only gonna have something bad if it was a critical failure. Anything above a nat 1 is perfectly fine. I was gonna say if you roll a nat 1, it doesn't auto calculate, so that you just like break your leg.
Well, I have
Roll a
resistance to that, so I'd be
Yeah.
okay.
You have resistance to leg shatters. So
I rolled
yeah.
a flat 9.
Yeah, y'all are fine. I was just gonna like stress you out in case like there was if it was a nat 1, I was gonna like break your leg or some shit. But that was about it. So you guys land, very ungracefully, but you guys officially land. Congratulations, you are now in
I'm still
South Face.
alive.
How y'all feeling? How did it feel getting dropped out of a plane by 3,000 feet in the air?
I kind of dust myself off and be like, that wasn't too bad. Actually, adrenaline inducing. Felt like a
It's
good
an
fight.
accurate representation of my character following.
For real. Everyone just
Look at-
lands very
Look in the
gracefully.
planning.
Oh, I'm looking at it. That's literally you. They're like, oh shit, we forgot to drop off Magtalu and then cut the rope. They're like, we gave him a flight stone, right? What do you mean you didn't give him a flight stone? Oh my god! The two wizard pilots are like, we go to our graves, his flight stone failed. It's not our fault, we did all the mission checks. That is not
Aren't I
on me.
like a local celebrity as well?
Yeah! The pilots just think they freaking killed, like, freaking Daniel Radcliffe, basically.
It's so sad.
So, as everyone's chilling, Swain gracefully comes down with Daniela. She sprouts her wings with the flight stone. So, Swain lands second to last with Daniela. And as you guys are like, hey, where's Magtulo? Just crater. Would the crater wake you up, Maggot, or no?
I'm gonna be real. The only thing that would probably wake me up is someone like messing with me because of the fact that I'm still kind of just in shock about being closer to my god.
Alright. So, you're just chilling, taking a nap in your crater. Let's say it's about a 5-foot crater.
Oh, it's not a nap. It's more of like it's like almost a cryo situation where it's just shock. Like, what is it called? Comas. Yeah, coma.
Bruh.
Like until someone wakes me up, I'm literally in a trance, like almost talking to the Lord.
Based.
Ooh.
So, everyone's just like freaking out. You're just like, God.
No, it's just literally just like the language that I was telling you about before was like, like I'm just
Nice.
like, just absolute talking in tongues. No one understands what I'm saying.
Uh,
You kind of poke him with a stick.
yeah, so Sway just goes up to you and just starts poking you with the sword. It's like, yo, buddy, wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Oh,
Sway just kind of looks at you very concerned. He's like, oh, Sway, hold on. He's just gonna look at you real quick and he's gonna say, he just kind of looks at you and just kind of whispers in your language to you.
I look at him dead in the eyes and say out loud, "Nuh-uh," as I stand up and start walking away.
So he just kind of just shrugs and he's like, okay, buddy, you do you.
Nuh-uh. No, I
Nuh-uh.
didn't.
So, you guys start to kind of look at your surroundings. And you notice that the surroundings are very, very cold. Like, think Colorado in the winter. Or, like, think Alaska, actually. Think Alaska or, like, Siberia. You notice a lot of trees, a lot of snow, some frozen lakes around you, and you have your map, your compasses, and your basic like supply rations for a military expedition for about a month.
I kind of like throw my cloak over my shoulders and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I always hated the biome and the climate of South Face. This whole place just makes me sick. Kind of spit on the ground.
For real. Now, you were pretty knowledgeable about the history of your home and what happened. Um, just to give a little bit of context, your character would probably be explaining a little bit about this if anyone was curious. Basically, about 1,000 years ago, there's this myth slash rumor of history because it's so long ago people don't know how exaggerated it is. But basically, South Face and Northside were once one conjoined island, a very large island, the largest island in the Outer Ring. But a man called the Red Swordsman split the island in two after a dispute with his brother, the ruler of Northside, and he became the devil of the South. And he kind of went around terrorizing the world. Kind of like rumors, you don't know how factual it is, but basically the story is, and the understanding of the research is, all the mana from the south went to the north when the islands got split. So, after a battle, somehow the mana went from the south to the north. Ironically, I think the brother was from the south or the north. No one really knows the details. All they know is that two brothers fought. And that's why it's a winter wasteland in the south versus the north being a very lush, prosperous, tropical island. Just a little bit of context you guys would have gotten on the plane. So, as you guys are in the island now of the south, you guys are about 3 days out from the town you guys are trying to infiltrate and get information from. So you guys got about a day and a half of walking before you guys got to prep your base. Would you guys like to look for look about your surroundings or whatever, or do any like survival checks for your navigation or whatever, or what do y'all want to do now that your guys are on the ground?
Do a
Looking
survival
for
check.
shelter or something.
Mm, it's about it's about early day right now. It's about noon, so you guys got quite a while to
Um,
walk. But
I'll
since
do a
it
survival check.
okay,
Yeah.
roll a survival check.
Check over our stuff and everything.
All right.
Rolled
Well,
a 6 and I got a +6 because of my modifier.
okay, so
12.
we have a 19 and a 12. All right. So you both kind of put your heads together and you're like, it's very cold. This is where the compass says we need to go. You guys are kind of cross-referencing with Tom and McKeem's knowledge of South Face, and you guys kind of get oriented to where you guys need to head. So you guys have about 6 hour, or I'll say you have about 8 hours of daylight so far. So how long do you kind of want to walk in this snowy biome?
6.
Yeah, I guess.
6 hours, and then have 2 hours to set up a camp, like a cheap setup camp.
Okay. That
Okay.
Yep.
sounds fun.
All right.
We'll
So
do that.
you guys already rolled your survival checks. You guys are right next to the drop-off point. It's not really too dangerous. You guys get to your point. You guys set up camp. It's pretty comfortable. Do you guys don't really notice anything except like small wildlife, like snow hares and stuff? Because you guys are pretty deep into the winter area right now. Because the base you're trying to get to is kind of in the wintry zone, but it's close enough to the coast where it's like warm enough to where they can like do agriculture and then do like hauls up to it. So this area is pretty drained of like mana and like life. So you guys don't really see any worry about needing to watch for this night. So how long do y'all want to sleep for after you get like camp set up?
How long would a long rest be?
I think it's like 6 or 8 hours, so just like a solid 8 hour sleep. So you just want to like go to bed at like basically midnight and get up at like 8 or 9 in the morning.
Yeah, that works. I guess. Is everybody cool with that?
When it's warm. Yep.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
sunlight will wake us up.
And
Fairs
you'll
will be
have plenty of lumber and stuff. You guys aren't having to worry about making fires. You have Lysmith, he can do fire cantrips and whatever, or have a scroll that would be in your bag for like this kind of climate. Like you guys were prepared by the military. You guys aren't really worrying about supplies right now. So fire isn't an issue right now. Water and food, you have plenty of water surrounding you, and fire magic and tools. So you guys get up at about 9 in the morning, make some basic grub, and you guys have to look at the map again and kind of do a compass check to see if you guys can calculate the right way to go to the camp, the next campsite.
kind of going over stuff with like the major and everything and stuff, asking them about like a little bit more details about who and what we're supposed to be looking out for and everything.
The major starts kind of talking to you, McKeem, and Swain kind of comes up and starts listening as well. And Major Tom says, "Well, what we're looking for is we're trying to find a couple individuals that we don't have any specific individuals we're looking for. We're just trying to mostly find anyone tied to the infiltration group. We don't have any names to pin to them. It's very much an exploratory mission. We don't know much about who's infiltrating the North. So, we need to find anyone relating to any groups, any major factions that are messing with us, because I find it hard to believe that all of the South would be merging together to try to attack the North. I don't see anything like that happening. I don't. That would just be insane.
I don't know, man. We've been seeing some crazy things. I mean, we met a whole succubus, and she's a part of our crew. So we see some out there stuff. So don't take it out of your mind just yet.
He nods. Daniela just kind of looks over at you, McKeem, and just kind of winks.
Kind of give her like a small smooch back.
Bro, going for that harem ending.
I mean, I did survive that night with her.
Yeah, true. So, just cuts back to the boat. Layla's just like sitting there, just sleeping. But yeah, so Daniela's just kind of like chilling next to Swain. But she kind of like goes away and kind of looks over at Zane and just kind of smirks.
What?
Zane's like, "No, God, please, not again." But anyway, Daniela just kind of crosses her legs and just like pulls out a book while you guys are like finishing like deconstructing camp. She's not really doing anything right now. But Swain kind of goes up to you, McCain, and he says, "Well, how many missions in the cold have you been in?" He just kind of starts making small talk with you a little awkwardly.
Well, tons, considering most of our battles aren't taking place in North Face. It's always South Side trying to, well, South Face trying to start some crap with us. I mean, they've had plenty of insurgencies. They've sent over spies. We've sent over spies, mostly so that we can get back people that they've kidnapped. A whole lot of ransom stuff going on. Yeah, that type of stuff. Mostly petty crime by these people. We had some arson cases where they tried to set our fields on fire and stuff, and those people were executed. I mean, anything specific that you want to know about these people? Because they're some of these people are worse.
He just shakes his head and he's just like, I've been on a lot of these kinds of missions before. You're the only other soldier, mercenary kind of person that I've met in recent times. So,
Yeah, I bet. Makim's gonna start doing his yoga and stuff so he can kind of limber up for swinging both of these swords around. Well, I guess we just have to get ready for what's ahead of us, right?
yeah, I guess we do. He just kind of like pats your shoulder and kind of goes back to the main group and picks up his bags and stuff. As the camp's finished getting deconstructed, you guys successfully navigate towards the next area, and it's gonna be your main kind of camp area. You guys make it a little bit ahead of time, and you guys are about 3-ish hours from the main town. This is gonna be your main camp for a while because you need to be far enough away that you're not right next to the town, but you need to be able to be like fast enough for like horseback or any kind of modes of transportation to kind of get in and out. Okay, a lot of early mornings and a lot of late night walkbacks. I'll say more like an hour. 3 hours is a little too much. I don't fucking know. Point is, you guys make it there without any issues. So another day passes and you get the camp all set up. Basically, I'm just skipping past the walk. Honestly, I don't have anything planned. I was gonna say like if you got like a horrible survival check, you might run into a Wendigo again or some shit. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm just like throwing in random stuff to throw in random stuff isn't really doing anything. And I plan on wrapping up the session pretty soon. But
Instead of the tents, could McKean possibly like make like a snow hut or something so it's a little bit less noticeable against the backdrop of the snow?
yeah,
In case,
you can make a snow hut and then just have like the tents inside the snow huts to like
yeah,
to add extra insulation.
yeah. That way we're better protected from the cold, storms, or if someone tries to like look and they're like, "Oh, what are those tents over there?" It's like, no, they're just mountains of snow instead.
All right.
He's gonna work on that with a stick and stuff and a shovel.
All right. So you guys set up camp. Is there anything you guys want to do specifically at camp besides just like the snow huts, or are you guys ready to have like your first excursion into town?
Um, I'm about to head off, so maybe we could pick it up tomorrow. Oh, I mean
Or-
next week.
All right. I just was gonna like have like a minor excursion into town and then stop it like once you guys get into the town for the first time. But I mean, if you want to stop it right this second, then sure.
Yeah, it's up to the party.
Yeah. I'm not too worried. I just was gonna like do like a minor cliffhanger once we get into the town, but it's not a big deal.
I'd say if we had the choice, head into town just so we could figure out what's there for next week.
Yeah, because that's what I
Alright,
was
yeah,
gonna do.
That's cool.
okay, that sounds good.
All right. So basically, you guys just set up the camp and you guys head into the town. Um, you notice that it's relatively like war torn. You notice a lot of the buildings are broken. Not a lot of people are in this town, it appears. The intel appears to be a little bit outdated, at least a week old. Something came through the town. You don't really know. But as you guys are kind of walking around, you just see kind of like, your typical people in town. And I want everyone to make like perception checks real quick for me and investigation checks.
Both?
Yes,
Or just
both.
one?
Both.
Okay, I'll roll both. Perception and investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I rolled 6 on
12
both.
plus I rolled the 12 plus a 6 for add up to 18
And 18 for what?
for perception.
Okay.
For perception, 12 plus 6 and 7 plus 7 for a 14 on investigation.
All right. So, okay. So let me just write this down real quick. I'm just writing Narsa passes because I don't need the number specifically. All right. So, as you guys are kind of investigating the town, you notice that there's more people kind of in the northeast part of it. And as you start kind of heading over there, most of the party doesn't notice much, but Narza, I'm gonna message you this, but you don't say it out loud yet. Don't say it until I tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay. I'm just telling you this real quick. So, as you guys are walking and investigating, you guys try to kind of blend in with the population. It doesn't work out very well. No one's really no one's really talking to you. But as you guys enter kind of the northeastern part, you start kind of walking into kind of shadier parts of town, and you start seeing some like north side, north south face soldiers. Sorry, my brain's getting dyslexic right now. You start noticing more south face soldiers. You guys are stealthed from your guys' understanding and are just kind of trying to investigate. But as you guys start to kind of turn a corner to turn into a town, you notice some child soldiers. And as you guys turn the corner, Narza is the only one who notices in time. Everyone, roll me 1d4, except Narza. Actually, I should have said a 1d20, but 4 works.
Do you want a d20?
Do a 4. Never mind. 4 works. I'm just thinking weird. Okay.
Got a 3.
My highest roll of the night.
All right. Ironically, the person that needs it least. As you guys start to turn the corner, Narza's able to grab you, Torden, and pull you to the side as about 3 gunshots come off from child soldiers in a building aimed at the party. So, give me 1 second. I'll just do who did the roll. Give me 1 second. Makeem, you get shot for 3 damage, and Zane, you get shot for 5 damage, and then Torden, you were fine, and then Loki, you get shot for 4 damage. You basically get ambushed
Okay.
by a bunch of child soldiers and the buildings. And basically, you guys.
We're back to demolishing children, boys.
Yeah. So
Let's go.
basically,
Let's get it.
so to
Sorry.
end the session off, Narza, since you were keeping an eye on the kids, you notice a building right next to you that you guys can easily get in after the first ambush. And as you kind of start shuffling the party into the building, which appeared to be safe and cleared, you just see Swain just start chucking knives at the kids.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Before you guys get into the building, you just see 2 dead children laying in the streets with guns in their arms as Swain just shuts the door and sighs. And he says, I fucking hate these war zones.
I kind of like look really conflicted for a minute because they're child soldiers. I'm just like, shake my head.
Daniela just kind of walks into the building and just kind of smiles. And it doesn't let you post that meme because it has the F word in it and the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
cringe.
But, yeah, no, so, congratulations. Next session, y'all are going to be having to deal with child soldiers trying to hunt you down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's gonna be ruthless.
My
All
team
right.
is gonna play pacifist.
Yeah.